So this used to be my method of doing graphics on pedals. I would design a layout with AutoCAD. I would print it out, copy it onto something that we would call Sticky Back, which is made by several different companies. This one was made by a company called Raven, R-A-Y-V-E-N. I don't know if you can still buy it, but it's basically just this clear plastic self-adhesive stuff that you can run through a copier, and it'll, an electrostatic copier, it'll print on here, and then you peel this backing off. You put it on a set of hand drafted plans, so then you made blueprints. You would have a detail on your plans, and you wouldn't have to go through the time to draw this complicated detail. And problem is, nowadays it seems like copy machines, when you put this stuff in here, it wants to get stuck in the copier, and I don't want to break the copier at work and get busted. And so I got away from doing this method, and I kind of went to the label maker method for a while. This here is just a prototype of something I built for someone, based on a Soldano circuit that I will we'll just keep that a secret what this is all about. But this is kind of what I ended up doing for a while, because I didn't really have any better way of doing it. And then recently I discovered that I can do something like this with a glue stick, paper, and the sticky back. Now I know you're probably thinking, paper, really? But this really does work. So what I do is I'll go in AutoCAD and create a layout like this. I just redid my Ugly Duckling Marshall cabinet simulator, which it was really ugly. I had like 12 different things, and I had like a hole here and a hole here and a big hole there, and I just plugged them up with plugs, and yeah, it was nasty looking. So now it looks like that. I mean, it looks really good now, but man, it was horrible looking before. But anyway, so what I do is, I'll make a layout, or I can do something like this where I get a picture off the internet and I manipulate it so that it's the color and contrast and all that stuff's the way I want it, and then I can print it out, put a layer of sticky back over the top of it, and then we can take, believe it or not, I've been using this Office Max glue stick, and I just like get a nice liberal layer of glue all over the top, and I like, paste it on there, let it dry for a little bit, and I get an X-Acto blade and I just cut the holes out, and then I put my stuff back in there, and I end up with something that looks like that. That's, a matter of fact, that's exactly how I did the Buffalo Fuzz, the Color Sound Overdriver, my delay pedal here, and my Runoff Groove English Channel pedal. So that's pretty cool, I think. There is the decal, water slide decal method. I built a lot of plastic models and use water slide decals, and I'm not totally excited about that. They're really finicky. It's like you leave them in the water too long, they don't stick very well. If you don't let them soak long enough, you risk tearing it when you try to get off the backing, and then they're kind of delicate. I like this method. It's pretty durable, especially you make sure you get the edges glued down really well. I mean, this edge here is it's a very thin edge. I mean, I guess they're making paper really thin these days too. 15 years ago, I probably wouldn't have thought this was a good method, but this actually works really well. And you just put a clear coat on it, because, well, I have a satin clear coat on this.